Okay, I've seen some talks about in the West, which is so I don't know weird. Basically, speculating about will Lukashenko actually join the like real war with against Ukraine with Russia. My answer is no, he will not, because the second he will basically sign himself a death fucking sentence. Right now, I would say like probably 90% of people below the age of like 35 hate him, despise him. They would never fight for him. Why people do not rebel against dictatorship state right now is because, as we can see from the charts that's been published by Guardian, so Belarus armed forces consist of, let's say, 12,000 people, mostly conscripts, basically untrained, because if anybody knows Russian or Belarusian army, they know it's garbage. So 500 tanks, okay, 330 free self-prepared artillery, okay, some 6,000 special forces, right? Okay, so 12,000 plus 6,000, not even 20,000 people who supposed to be kind of trained. Um, it's said to have 71 plane, but I don't think there are so many planes in Belarus, and if there are so many planes, I don't think all of them are actually in functional state. But then there are more than 110,000 of state police. 87,000 of them are controlled by interior ministry, which means that once again, in a country with around 9 million people, there are 110,000 state police officers, those who actually protect regime. So you don't even have 20,000 people in the army, but you have 110,000 police officers, policemen, who serve dictator. That's what they do. This is basically Rosgvardia, OMON, whatever, things like that in Russia, who are protecting the power, the protecting authorities, protecting Putin. Here, they're protecting Lukashenko. They, on a battlefield, won't do anything, and most likely they would not be sent to the battlefield. And 20,000 people, it's not that a lot, really. Especially right now when Ukraine, first of all, has really good trained army, but most importantly, very good long range weapons. These 20,000 people would fucking be evaporated in a span of whatever month, probably, if even. And so sending anything from that 20,000 or 12,000, 6,000, whatever, 110,000 would mean lessen the amount of people who will be able to protect him, Lukashenko, right? Fucking usurper of power, dictator, and absolute fucking potato thrower. But also, if you're gonna be like mobilizing people, if you're gonna be conscripting people left and right, means that you're gonna be giving weapons in the hands of people who fucking despise this regime and who hate this regime. And I can guarantee you, a lot of those people will take those weapons and they will point it back at whoever gave them those weapons. Because a lot of people, like I'm saying, despise this regime, hate this fucking regime. And so, like I said, like what people don't understand what it means to live in a dictatorship country and why people don't revolt here is because of this 110,000 fucking police people who will beat you up, who will fucking jail you, and there is still death penalty in this country. And you can't do it all unarmed. But if this potato fucking mustache twat would give weapons to people who fucking despise him and his regime, suddenly it's gonna be, at least somewhat reasonable to assume that some fucking of those police cunts, armed forces, wherever people, will be shot, will be killed by people of Belarus, by opposition in Belarus, by those who now will have weapons to fight against this regime. So that's why Lukashenko is not doing this. He's not fucking stupid. He's not so fucking retarded as Putin, actually. He does understand what's going on in his country. Far better than Putin understands what's going on in Russia, apparently. So yeah, that's why he will. I'm reasonably sure, 95% sure, Lukashenko will not join this war against Ukraine. And even if he does somehow join it with like whatever, like some, as they like report, some sort of joint forces, blah blah blah, it's gonna be like 1,000 or some shit like that. There will never be like this basically nationwide mobilization, call to arms, and go and fight against Ukrainians. Because, like I'm saying, I would probably, like cautionary say that probably like more than 80% of Belarusian people do not support this war, definitely. Well, okay, do not support Lukashenko, first of all. Probably about like 90% don't support this war whatsoever. I guess you can find like probably like 10% of absolutely brain dead fucking people, but there will be like pensioners in like 70 plus who will not be joining the army anyway, who are brainwashed by fucking Russian propaganda. So yeah, I just wanted to say this because I've heard these talks over the past like couple weeks actually, and it's just nonsense. It's a suicide mission basically. So for Lukashenko, and he doesn't look like he has a lot of suicidal tendencies. So yeah, just forget about this. Belarus will not join Russia in this war in any reasonable or meaningful or in fact impactful way. I can almost guarantee you that. Just because this cunt wants to fucking stay in power, whatever, till his fucking last dying breath, because that's how much he fucking loves power. So yeah.